Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we'll discover some three pronunciation mistakes that you need to avoid in order to have a very good pronunciation of English. The first mistake, before discovering it, let us listen to this pronunciation.
Table, people, also.
Here, there is something that is wrong, but what is this? It is the dark L. The dark L always comes after a vowel or at the end of a word. When you have the letter L at the end of a word or after a vowel, it is not exactly pronounced in the way that if you have it before a vowel. Okay, so here, the right pronunciation of these words is table, people, also. So we bring back the tongue. The tongue shouldn't go forward, it should come backward. Table, people, also. But we don't say table, people, also. No, this is a wrong pronunciation. Okay. In order to have a good English pronunciation, you have also to pay a particular attention to what we call the dark L. And it's always after a vowel or at the end of a word. The opposite is the light L that comes before a vowel, such as in light or in live. And this way you have to bring the tongue forward. But you have also to be very careful when it comes to the dark L. Sometimes you have certain words with the dark L, but when they become adverbs, so the pronunciation has to change as well, such as in locally, nationally, usually. Okay, we say local, national, usual, but we don't say locally, nationally, usually. No, we say locally, nationally, usually. And this is the case with all the adverbs in this way. Now, the second mistake is with the pronunciation of the letter R. Many people have problems with this letter indeed, such as in word uh, like problem. Okay, so we pronounce the letter R when it's followed by a vowel, and this is in British pronunciation and in American pronunciation. But in British pronunciation, when it is preceded by a vowel, we don't pronounce it, such as in part, we don't pronounce it in British English, but in American English, it is pronounced. So now the question is how to pronounce this letter. We have to be very careful. It shouldn't be pronounced in the African or the Arab way. How do the Africans pronounce the letter R? Let us listen to this man.
Problem.
Okay, here there is a mistake. So he said problem, problem. No, it is problem, problem. So how should we do in order to have such a pronunciation? We have to bring the tongue backwards in order to say problem. But if you bring the tongue forwards, you will say problem, and that is exactly how African or Arab they pronounce the letter R sometimes. So you have to avoid this in order to have a good pronunciation. Mistake number three. This has to do with the letter O and the letter R at the end of certain words, such as professor and doctor. Many people have the tendency to pronounce these words, such as professor, doctor. Now, we have to know that in this word we have sure, and sure is the sound We are not allowed to say professor or doctor, no, but professor, doctor, professor, doctor. Okay, but many people are contented with saying professor, doctor. So if you want to improve your English pronunciation, you have to pay a particular attention to this. Never say professor, doctor, but professor, doctor, using sure. Okay, and this is the end of our lesson, and we'll be happy to meet you again next time for a new lesson about how to improve your English pronunciation. And I will give the explanation of this lesson in French and in Arabic so that everyone could understand because the majority of those people who follow my lessons, some of them are, French speakers, and others speak in Arabic. And see you next time.